Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2. All right. Let's see. Anything else up here, man? Oh yeah, I'm back at the crib now. Hey, shout out to everybody, man. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah. Hey, you could do better than that. Hey, thank you. You are far too kind. Thank you. Um, it's been a minute since I've been to the crib. As a driver, you get the opportunity to, stay out for weeks at a time, right? And then you circle back to the crib, sometimes 2, 3, 4. I hear some people stay out 6 weeks to like 6 months. And then you have other drivers who don't have a home to go to and they stay out indefinitely and they work and sleep and eat and live in their truck until there is a financial goal made. And then that's where I'm going to start this. I guess it's a thesis. It's a thesis for me, not necessarily a dissertation, but a thesis. I'm finishing up classwork. Um, you're going to be part of the audience as I build this thesis and work on this thesis statement. I'm going to leave the final work in the description so y'all can click on the link and read it yourself and let me know what you think. Leave a comment, if you got something to add to it, maybe take away. If you disagree, I'm always up for discord, right? That's why I always bring my experience and expertise and knowledge to you guys so you can comment on it. Yeah, I don't have all the answers, but what I do have, I'm willing to share with you. And if you have something better, you can always give back to me. As you can see, let me go ahead and get that title together because that title is just irking my nerves. Good Lord. Why y'all ain't say something about capitalism? Sheesh. Capital. Yikes. Oh my God. We working on capitalism. Capitalism is riding the wave of feminism. Capitalism is riding the wave of feminism. And it's an interesting dynamic, right? You have people who want to make money, who are who need more people to feed the system of capitalism, right? Capitalism works when you have more bodies filling in and playing their part in the system. Back in the days, the early 1900s, capitalism or this fine country, let's just say that. Let's start with America could thrive and advance and households were secure on one household income, right? Imagine that, right? Imagine a day, man, where only one. I guess that's how it's going now, though, right? Sheesh, let me take a sip. Mm. But let's say it like this, right? There's a man and a woman in the house with multiple kids, let's just say more than 2 kids, and that home could thrive off of one income in America. In America, right? You have a mother, you have a father, you have 2 sons and a daughter, and that house could thrive off of one income. Not only survive, but thrive. And then there were a couple of world wars that happened. And then the men had to go to work. Men went to work. Work still need to get done. Jobs still need to be fulfilled, right? And you know who had to fill those jobs? Women. Women had fulfilled those jobs, man. Right? Because look, work had to get done, production had to get done, manufacturing had to get done, women had to drive trucks, and women did a damn good job while the men were at work, right? And give them a round of applause. Shout out to the women. Women know how to work. Women know how to work. That's not the problem. Women know how to work. They do a great job. They have been working since day one. And when I mean day one, I'm talking about when Adam said, yo, it'd be nice to have some help around here. You know, you got me. I got all these animals, but, you know, it'd be nice to have some help. And God be like, yo, here goes some help right here. I got you. And women been doing work side by side with the man ever since. So we get to America, the 1900s, one income household. There was a world war, and then women went into the workforce. The war's been won. Men coming home. Women are still working. They're doing a great job. They're doing a great job, and they don't want to necessarily go back in the home. Not all of them, anyway. They're like, yo, we like the freedom of being outside. We enjoy having a paycheck, right? We enjoy having the freedom and this fresh air, man. This is different. This is a new experience. Women are experiencing something new in America, and it feels great. So in those early 1900s, you know, this fine country was like, you know what? Maybe it would be beneficial to this country to have not only the men working, but women working too. Why just tax the men when we can tax the women as well? Why just have just males and men just paying into the system when we can get women to pay in as well? Cause shit, come to find out, when you give women money, she's gonna spend that money, man. Women be shopping. Women be shopping, baby. I haven't met one that don't shop from time to time. Some of them spend their money on frivolous things. Some of them spend their money on big purchases. But what we do know for sure, women do be shopping, baby. They got to get that hair right. They got to get that makeup right. They got to get them shoes right. They got to get the outfit right. They gonna get right. Whatever the latest trend is, they gonna be right. Shout out to all the women who be shopping, man. Shout out to all the women who got their money. They got their own money to shop, you know? Shout out to women who participate in capitalism, in business. Shout out to y'all. We're gonna work on through it. So I got some scenes that I put together, man. I had put together a paper that talks about how capitalism is riding the wave of feminism, and we're going to be talking about how it is affecting the trucking industry too. The rise of the female trucker. And that's a good thing, right? Because what the trucking industry, what they are promoting is there is a shortage of truckers, 80,000 truckers. There is a shortage of loads. Those loads still need to be ran. And at the beginning of this year, and we could just walk it back, but at the beginning of this year, we found out that we do have an illegal labor problem in this country, especially in like states like California and New York and Illinois, those really big markets, and Texas as well. So the government decided to crack down on illegal labor. Even though this country is built on cheap labor, and cheap labor is how this country is known to be the best in the world, cheap labor will do that, right? You have the elitists, you have your uber rich people who own the businesses and they build the businesses, and but then you have the cheap labor who do all the big work and do the grunt work and allow for the rich to get richer. And this country said no to illegal laborers, no to these illegal truck drivers, because we had some illegal truck drivers here as well. So what happens in the trucking industry? You do have truck drivers who come over from across the border. You have truck drivers who come over from Canada or Mexico. They'll come over on their visas. Okay, with that visa, they are able to enter at certain points and drive a certain distance to deliver their load. Let's say if they're in Canada, right? Let's say up there near the Toronto area. Let's just say that. Maybe they can go down to New York, but then they're gonna have to go right back. I'm talking about the state of New York, and then come right back. Maybe they're in uh, right across from the Detroit or Michigan border. They have to cross over right there at the border at Michigan, but then they're going to have to go right back to Canada. Same thing down south in Texas. Uh, Laredo is real big down there, okay? Maybe they get a load that's in Mexico and it's supposed to deliver right there in Laredo, but they have to go back to Laredo. But what ends up happening is uh, we have such a lax government. We really do. Our government is so lax, right? On certain things they allow to pass, and certain things they don't. Our government, we focus on, I don't know, stuff like speeding tickets, right? We focus on maybe domestic violence and drug activity in poor neighborhoods and inner city uh, neighborhoods, right? Meanwhile, you have these truck drivers and illegal groups of people who will cross the border. They have visas to get over, but they overstay their visa. And since they're quote unquote productive, the government kind of slides, they kind of turn us side eye, like, you know what, whatever. Be the work need to get done, and it's cheap labor because what happens is that these truckers, they end up taking cheap freight. They end up taking cheap freight. They take the cheapest freight on the load board because an American dollar is still worth more than the dollars that's up north and the ones that's down south as well. Okay. And these truck drivers and other illegal immigrants and workers, they are taking advantage of that. Until the government said, no, we're going to do something about that. So let's implement a plan to get more females into these jobs that were once held by these illegal drivers. So that's going to bring me to my next page here. I don't need you on the screen. Let's go ahead and get rid of you. Hold on. All right, good, good, good. All right, look good right there. TikTok's going. We look good. Now, where is my face, though? I need to see my face. That is just going to have to do right there. All right, that's just going to have to do right there. Let me see something. Because unless I can get my side camera to work, yeah, that ain't going to work. Oh, well. We're going to cook it from right there. And that'll do just fine. All right, so I got this thing broken down into categories, and what you see as a visual. Yep, what you see as a visual is you're going to see a series of women truckers. Women truckers really playing their part in American society, and this is something that they have been doing since day one, right? Or since they got the opportunity to, right? Because the whole reason for feminism in this country right here is so that women can get some of the same opportunities or all of the opportunities that is afforded to men, which sounds great, right? You have, if you're a father, if you have daughters, you would want your daughters with the same opportunities as the boys out here, right? You don't want her to have any limitations to be great. Whatever it is that is available for her to be successful, you would want her to have reach to that, not just to your sons, but to your daughters as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this thing bracking, man. I got this thing broken up into five bullet points as to why there is a rise in female truckers, as well as, let's see, that's what I want right there. Bye. Look at me. All right. Some of the same benefits that is afforded to your sons, they should go to your daughters, man. And the ladies, they are doing a great job out here over the road. But here are my five bullet points that I put together for you guys of why we are seeing more women in the trucking industry. Okay. The economic independence and high earning potential. Women or truck drivers, let's just say truck drivers. Truck drivers are earning $50,000 to $100,000 in their first year. All right. You don't need a college degree. You don't need a high school diploma. If you didn't graduate high school, you can still make $100,000 a year. Okay. If you did not graduate high school in the trucking industry within your first year, you can make $100,000 a year. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the tidbit on how you can do it right quick. You come in as a rookie driver, you get your CDL, you go to a school, you go 3 months, you drive 3 months to get 3 months experience. After those 3 months, if you're at a company that offers you to be a trainer, you get into the training program and you train students. So those next 9 months, you are getting trainer pay, and trainers make over $100,000 per year. No cap, no rap. Especially if you can work every week, go for it. Taking no days off, go for it. That's how you're going to make your money. So you come in as a rookie, get your CDL, first 3 months, go ahead and learn the business, learn the job. Then after that, you become a trainer. That's how you make 100K your first year. You have a low barrier to entry and fast career start. Uh, So one and two kind of just bleeds in together, right? So on top of you getting your CDL and you becoming a trainer, you know what else you can do? You can get you a truck. You can purchase a truck or lease a truck. One of the um, popular things to do in the trucking industry is to go with a lease purchase program. Now, a lease purchase program is where you can lease purchase a truck, basically rent to own a truck from whatever company that you're working with. Usually a worth a lease, well, all the time, a lease purchase employee is a 1099 employee, which means you are a independent contractor. That's no problem, right? You're a 1099 employee. Um, you are independent contractor. You don't get benefits, but you get paid more. Basically, you just get paid dollar per dollar. You get no overtime. You get no benefits. But the offset to that is that you get paid more. Now, on the side of that, companies win because Now they don't have the burden of an employee on their books. They don't have to worry about paying taxes on you as an employee. They don't have to worry about paying you benefits. You don't need any benefits. Why? Because you are a 1099 employee. You're going to take care of your own benefits. Health insurance, nope, not the company. Dental insurance, nope, that's on you too. How about death? Nope, that's yours too. You're gonna have to take care of all of that. How about profit sharing and how about retirement? That is all on you. You better learn how to trade stocks or invest in cryptocurrency or get into real estate. Like one of these content creators that I'm gonna come up one of the a little later on, man. She's awesome. Freedom from traditional gender roles. Number three. I'm cooking up. I'm on the mic. I'm I am potty. Yeah. All right. Freedom from traditional gender roles. Feminism has empowered women to step outside of domestic expectations. Today's female truckers are choosing the open road. They're not being at home. They're not home wives. They're not, what's the word I want to say? They're not choosing the Leave It to Beaver mom's house. What's that? Donna Reeves. They're not. You know the interesting thing about Claire Huxtable, she presented herself as she seemed like she was a home at, at stay at home mom, but she was actually a lawyer. Interesting thing. But women are choosing different careers other than like your being a school teacher, being working in the office as an HR person. They are choosing these blue collar jobs that were traditionally for men. And that's okay, right? If a woman can do the job, let her get the job. Why not? We have plenty work for her to do. Do the job. I think most business owners would say that, yo, it's okay if you're a female or not, if you can do the job, do the job. And they get the freedom to do that within the trucking industry. All right. Those last 2 points, you have the power of social media and representation. Now, I've been showing numerous clips of just women just doing the job of trucking, and they look great. They look like they're in shape, um, and they're doing the job, and they're showing some of the more glamorous sides of trucking, right? And this is the type of representation that I believe that is going to influence more females to join the industry. If I can do it, you can do it too. You could do it just like this. You could do it just like this. Just follow me. I'll show you the way. As a matter of fact, I'm going to let you know what companies to join.
I don't. I know a lot of ladies don't. I just want to say, you guys keep trucking. You ladies, men, all of you, if you are comfortable, stay comfortable. Bring you how you bring you, and I'll do the same. You guys have a beautiful day, and keep dodging those fools. Good afternoon, everybody. Tracy with Tuckane Trucking here. I just wanted to stop and make a quick video in reference to my attire. I've been seeing a couple of comments saying I'm in the wrong get up, but I just want to say that I'm a business owner and I got into this business to be able to run my business the way I would like. I want to be comfortable. I'm sure everybody wants to be comfortable.
Hey, and that's the beautiful thing about trucking, right? I said previously that you can purchase your own truck. You can lease your own truck. You are a 1099 employee and you can be as comfortable as you need to be to work in your workspace, because at the end of the day, that is your workspace. It is your workspace. You need to be comfortable in your workspace. And the main thing about your workspace is that you could be in your workspace how you want to be in your workspace. Now, whenever you approach a customer and you are at a shipper or receiver or a customer, maybe you're going to have to be a little more professional. Put on some shoes, because most drivers, they probably drive with flip-flops on, but put on some shoes. You may have to put on a safety vest while you're there. Some customers out there, they make you dress up in full PPE. That's a safety vest, hard hat, some glasses, and some full shoes as well. But you could be comfortable though. Last but not least, number five, the cost saving lifestyle and mobility. Okay. Women are choosing to live in their trucks to save money on rent, car payments, and utilities by turning in to both a job and a home. They turning the trucks into a house and a job, man. So you live where you work at. You work where you live. That is a beautiful thing in the trucking industry, man. Women are reporting that they are turning in the keys to their apartments. They are breaking up with their boyfriends, with their significant others, and they saw content creators like Slime Pack and Trucker Kearsey, and they say, you know what? They make trucking sound great. They are showing off these pay stubs that are $1,800 a week and $2,000 per week. And Slime Pack she will show you, hey, this load right here paid $40,000, and that is just one load. And women see these numbers and they get excited and say, you know what? Why am I working a dead end job right here when I could be doing so much more? I am sick of being a cashier at Burger King. I want to go ahead and try my hand at trucking. I am tired of being a nurse. I'm tired of being a CNA. I don't have what it takes to be a RN. I'm going to switch careers. Teachers aren't getting paid what they are supposed to. The kids aren't coming in prepared. The parents don't care. And you know what? I don't either. So therefore, you know what? I'm gonna join the trucking industry. I'm the trucking industry, man. Look, I can vacuum my truck out too. I can maintain my truck too. So not only do you get the opportunity to make good money, but you can save money because you changing your lifestyle from living in an apartment, paying a car, living in an apartment, paying a car payment, but now you can live and drive and work in your truck. Um, something what I do all the time is when I'm on home time, what I would do, I drive my truck around. I really do. I will use my truck to run errands. I will go to the grocery store and go to the mall and sometimes go to the movies in that big rig. Of course, without the trailer, I would drop my trailer and I would get busy throughout the town. And like, why not? Right? It's a vehicle, it's comfortable, got gas in it or fuel. It only makes sense to do that. Like, why wouldn't you? And you can make these living spaces your own, right? You can make your bedding as comfortable as you need it. You can put as many pillows on your bed as you need to. You could put curtains on your bedding. Just make it real comfortable, man. You can do that. Trucking is allowing and affording a new lifestyle to a class of people who didn't know anything about trucking because, previously this was only for white men. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Trucking was only for white men, Italians and Russians. Okay, Italians and Russians were truckers, right? You know, but now it's 2025, man, and the gates are wide open for you women. So come on in, come on in, try your hand at trucking, right? If you don't like what you're doing, call a recruiter at any school, any trucking company. Heck, you can leave a comment down below this video right here. You can leave a comment down in this video right here, and I'll reach back out to you and send you in the right direction where you need to go to get your CDL. Or if you just need some help on which company to go with, I also have some expertise with that. The cost of living is real high, man. And she's dancing. She has more than a job, she has a career. Shit. She's probably gonna go on vacation. You should too. So don't delay. All right. Your favorite lady trucker been licensed since 2015, and she's a lady trucker. Look at that, man. When you're outside of the truck, why not look your best? All right. So this is all I got. These are my top 5 points of why women are joining the trucking industry in 2025. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can leave a comment. If you are interested in joining the trucking industry, leave a comment, man. This is your boy, AK Harrison. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.